Hello, church. I enjoy my opportunities to share what's happening in the world of international missions and church planting, and I appreciate you taking the time to watch this video. It's hard to believe that it's almost April. I mean, the first quarter is in the record book. It's gone, it's done. But it's been great. You know, if we look backwards a little bit, our men went to New Life Orphanage in Guatemala, and they served in a number of construction projects. But it's not just about hanging doors and fixing lights. There were relationships that were developed. And while there, Tiny got to go on that trip, and while there, he was introduced to a group called Serve Hope. This is a ministry that uses home water filter systems as an opportunity to share the gospel of Jesus Christ, proving that you can use anything. And when somebody gets a filter, that organization gets to go in there and share the gospel as they install it. They get to go back and service it and share the gospel again. It's a great opportunity. And in fact, you'll hear a little bit more about that organization because Tiny has decided to make that the focus of the mission aspect for VBS this year. Following that trip, our ladies went to Village of Hope, which is also an orphanage, but it's found its ministry in working with girls that are coming out of immense abuse. And the Village of Hope cares for them and puts them in a safe home-style living and teaches them about the love of Christ and His plan for them in spite of their abuse. And our ladies were able to be there and pour into the lives of these sweet girls and love on them and teach them some life skills and just be there and let them know the love of Christ. But it didn't stop inside the walls of the orphanage. They also went out beyond into the community and met families that were there and shared a meal with them as well and shared the gospel of Christ with them, because there are people that the orphanage is working into and supporting in the process of doing what they do. Most recently, Rhett, Faith, and I took 5 students to Zambia, and working with Church Missions Network, we were able to go hut to hut in a village, sharing the gospel of Jesus Christ and letting them know of their need. Every village that we went to has recently had a church planted in that village. So we were accompanied with folks from those churches in the villages that we were sharing about God with. And over the course of the days of ministry there were about 50 people that made decisions for Christ. Now, it's only been 2 Sundays since we've gotten back, so I don't have much of an update on that, but I look forward to getting that information from Church Mission Network as to how effective our time in the country was for the churches that we were there to serve. But notwithstanding any additional results from the churches in Zambia, the students that went have come back changed, and they understand God differently because of that experience, and they see Him much more personally because of their obedience and their step out in faith and to go and serve in that way. It's just been the first quarter, and we've talked about those 3 different places that we've gone to. And coming up in this next quarter and into the fall, we have El Salvador and Mexico, and then later in the year, Malawi, Japan, Central Asia, Dominican Republic. This is just the start. We have so much going on. And maybe international mission trips aren't for you, and that's fine if they're not. There are so many ways to get involved locally here and in our state. But if you wish to have a global impact, you can always partner with the organizations that we partner with, like Compassion International, the Timothy Initiative, or Church Missions Network, who are all planting churches around the world and reaching the lost for Christ. The message is just to do your part. Whether it's locally or internationally, do your part so that others may hear and live. Thanks for listening.